Okay guys, this is just another little video here I'm going to upload. It's going to be a fairly sort of short one, and because there's like loads of videos on YouTube covering this here. It just basically is, this is the head of my 2001 ZRX 1200, or it's all been cleaned and prepared, as you can see, and I've done likewise with the valves, and they're all racked. There's the rest of the engine sitting there, you know. There's the upper case there with I'll put a 6-speed gearbox in there from a ZZR 1100D, and of course there's the crank, and that's the original gear, 5-speed gearbox out of it. There's the rods and all the bits and bobs. But anyway, the subject of today's one is, although I have cleaned the valves, and they're all on this little rack that I made, and numbered so that nothing gets mixed up. They have to be lapped in, and you know, so I've already done these first three, and as you can see there, get this wee screwdriver. Here's a wee pointer, not to touch anything. Do you see that wee nice wee grey line there? It's hard to focus, isn't it? Always is. I see that wee grey line, nice wee grey line there where the valve would seat. On that one's the same. Let's see. I get my hand in here, maybe it'll focus. Aye, there's it there. You can see that. The one next to it hasn't been done yet. So you see the difference there? Actually looks a bit rough compared to that one, which is perfect. And these two, which are perfect as well. These are the intake valves, and I'll show you also on the valve itself. There's number 1. You see that nice? See that nice, perfect grey line there? There's just a wee bit of dust on it there. See that nice wee? That's perfect there. As I say, the first 3 have been done. I'll show you this one here that hasn't been done yet. See that? And that is for this. So always make sure you put them back in there so that they don't get mixed up. But anyway, so you'll see I've took my two rings off there, my wedding ring, and you know, because I'm going to be using this this stick. Some people use a drill, but I don't like that at all, you know, because you really, unless you go forward and back, it's not really the right way to do it, you know. But anyway, there's a little stick there, 2 rubber suction cups on the end. I've got this grinding paste that has fine at one end and coarse at the other. But usually with that kit there, you get 2 wee pots of grinding paste anyway. What's this one here? This is the coarse, and that one there's the fine. You also need, for this, little screwdriver here, just to apply the grinding paste, and you also need, very important, you also need some clean engine oil to oil the valve stems. Now, some people just squirt it directly onto the valve stem, but I like to just sort of put some into a clean Tupperware style sort of, sandwich box or lunch box or something like that, but anyway, I'll show you what I do here. It should only take a couple of minutes, and just bear with me 1 second. Okay, so the first thing you do is you put this, make sure that is onto that. You can use a wee bit of saliva or whatever. Just make sure it's on and it's reasonably centered, right? And then I get the screwdriver and I put some course around it, just around there. I'll just show you. You just put a wee drop around there. Just, you're not going mad with it, you know what I mean? You're just putting a wee small amount around where it's to be lapped on the seated area. Just clean off the excess. That's it. I'll just put that there. Next thing is I'm going to put some oil on this here. That's very important, because if you don't put this on and some of that grinding paste gets down the valve seats, and I also put, I think I'm on this one, put just a wee drop down that as well, and that's it. And then you just, in she goes. That's it. Now, we drop a spit on your hands. You can hear it's rough, and then you'll hear the note changing. We'll do it this way so as you can see it. Then lift it every couple of times. You hear that? Hear that it's going? Hear that? That's about as much as I want to do with that coarse paste. So plenty of this blue roll, and just clean all that off. Just clean it all off. And clean it out there too. Make sure it's really well cleaned. Okay. Now that's it with the course. So the next thing is use the fine. Use the fine stuff. It's what gives you the much better seat. So it's the same thing again. in we'll go with a fine. You can see it's a completely different, you know, this is the fine here. So anyway, put some of that on. Really, see what's on that screwdriver is more than enough to go right round that. Okay, I think that's about it. I'll put an oil, make sure my fingers are clean. Put an wee drop of oil on that stem. Right, in she goes. Right, same thing again. You hear that now? It's almost no sound at all, just a very like it's really only not even a minute. I think that's enough. You usually go more by sound than anything else, and you feel it, obviously, you know what I mean, you feel it, you feel the it just really, you know, it's really smoothing out, you know, as you're lapping it in, you know. I mean, it's not, there's no coarse kind of resistance then, you know. This is definitely important, and that is to clean that out, really clean it out, because the last thing that you would want would be any of that grinding paste to get down into those on those valve stems or valve seats or anywhere into your engine. You don't want that, because just make sure it's really clean. All right. I got the fresh stuff. All right, and clean the valve stem. Let's give it one more go. Yeah, that's it. Right, let's see this here. Where are we? There. See that? That's perfect. Right, just set that there. And there's that there. Get nice, wee, even. Just when it gets focused, it just, see it there? Let's see if I can tip this up a wee bit, maybe for a better look. You see it? There you are. Compared to that one there now, which hasn't been done. And obviously, I'm going to have to. Those are the first four of the intake ones, and then I'll have to do the exhaust ones just exactly the same. But there you are. So just before I go, I want to show you the exhaust and intake valves already lapped, and there's an exhaust and intake valve not lapped. Now they're cleaned, as you can see, they're absolutely spotless. They're cleaned, all the carbons off them, and you know what I mean, completely clean. But there's a direct comparison. You see that? And then there's a direct comparison there on the intake valves. So you can see that, and I'll also show you the chambers. Look, there's the seats. They're done. You see that? This one's done. That one's not. See that? See the difference? Get around it here. You see it there? Between that and that. Those haven't been done yet. So you can see now the difference between them being lapped and them not. Okay, guys. Thanks again. All the best. Bye.